All right, George, we're live. Welcome to our Thursday evening podcast. Today we're talking about narratives fueling the crypto boom. Um, so we're going to talk about emerging trends and technologies that are fueling the crypto narratives, that especially the narratives that are contributing toward the crypto boom today. You know, investing in a single narrative is probably not a good idea, even if it's the large cap, mega cap cryptos. It's good to diversify into several narratives, multiple narratives even, because it can reduce your risk. So it's kind of risky to concentrate all your wealth, all your investments into a single narrative. And in fact, if you diversify into many narratives, narratives represent different sectors. It can represent different assets, different asset classes, and it can also represent different trends. And so it's a good thing to diversify across narratives. One of the second reasons why it's a good thing to diversify into multiple narratives is it reduces your overall portfolio volatility. One narrative can be very volatile, but two narratives is better than one because one narrative can be volatile, the other less volatile. So it smooths out your portfolio and gives you a more smoother investment journey. A third reason is that you're casting a wider net. When you're exploring different narratives, you're just opening yourself into a broader range of investment types, investment opportunities. And it can lead to discovering undervalued cryptos and undervalued sectors of the crypto space. It's better than having a narrower focus to have a more broad focus. And fourthly, you can concentrate your investments into the high growth narratives. Figure out which ones are higher growth. And by the way, George, you might want to mute. I'm hearing something in the background. But anyway, so discovering narratives that are growing rapidly and concentrating your investment can be a good idea. In doing so, you better position your portfolio for growth and you capitalize on market trends. And finally, segregating investments allows for easier rebalancing. Typically you sell your winners and buy your losers kind of thing. But if you have your assets segregated into narratives, it allows for easier rebalancing and adjusting to capture new opportunities. So identifying narratives can help us to capitalize on short-term market fluctuations, but it can also help us to position our portfolios to benefit from long-term structural shifts in the global economy. So George, you might want to just introduce yourself. I forgot to do introductions. I'm David Anderson from Bitfolio Academy, and George and I have done a couple of live streams. George is from Uptrade. Go ahead and introduce yourself, George. I forgot to do that. Oh, you're on mute, George.
Absolutely. Yeah, nice to speak with you all. And David, it's always a pleasure. Live streams are always a really insightful conversation to really understand more about the crypto space. And, you've obviously been in the industry for quite a while. So I guess a little bit about me. I've been trading and investing in crypto for the last 7 years, since 2017. I work now in the brokerage team at Uptrade. We're a really boutique digital asset brokerage based in Australia. We have about over 300 clients now and growing fast. And really, we're just trying to help people to get into the market, get out, give them some information about what a good portfolio could look like, and provide the information to really empower people to make the right decisions. And so we have a few other services, but I will say that for another day. That's today's the topic about narratives that are changing, that are transforming the crypto space at the moment. So yeah, we're gonna have a really exciting conversation. And David, I'll hand it back to you. I guess, David, I'll hand that back to you to kick off.
My air conditioner popped on, so I wanted to turn off the air conditioner to cut down on the background noise. So what I've done is every 6 months I create a new portfolio. I take $40,000 and I invest it. And so what I want to look at, and I basically put the investments into categories, into narratives. So what I want to look at is a portfolio that I created a year and a half ago at the beginning of last year, just to kind of see what narratives have done over the last, oh, over the last 18 months or so. So let me scare, oh, this is the wrong one. Hold on, let me go back. I need to share this one. Are you looking at Q1 2023, or do I need to change it again? Hold on a second.
So right now
Yeah,
it's Q1 2024 performance starting.
right. I know. That's the one I didn't want to share. Hold on. Okay, this is the one I want to share. All right, so this is so we can take a look at this portfolio. This is kind of a buy and hold strategy. I bought in Q1 of 2023, haven't sold anything. I took $40,000, as you can see, but this portfolio has done fairly well. It's got almost $140,000 in profit. The current value is about $180,000. So I took $40,000, turned it into about $180,000 with a 347% increase over like 18 months since the first quarter of 2023. And we can look and see what narratives did the best. And in the category derivatives, buying options, futures kind of thing, that has done really well. And if we drill down, and by the way, this spreadsheet is available for download to my Patreon members. So just join my Patreon. You can have access to this download. So if you look at derivatives, it's injective. Injective has increased by 1,878%. The other derivative, DYDX, has only been up to 2.5%. So it's really injective that's driving this particular one. So we go back to totals and take a look. The second narrative is meme coins. And there's basically three meme coins in the meme coin category, Shiba Inu, Dogecoin, and Floki. And it's Floki that's really the one that's up so much. It's up 3,000%, whereas Shiba Inu's up 217, which is pretty good, but not nearly as good as Floki. And then 127% for Dogecoin. And this is the current price as of today. So you can see that that meme coin narratives did really, really well. The next category that's done well over the last 18 months has been what I call L2 BTC. If we take a look at that, there's only basically one that's in this category, which is Stacks. And Stacks is up almost 800% as of today. I bought it at 21 cents and it's currently at $1.92. So basically you took a $639 investment and turned it into a $5,700 investment. Let's go back and look at totals. So as you can see, these are some of the categories. The miscellaneous category, I have one AI stock in the miscellaneous category, or one AI crypto, I should say. It's Fetch AI. It's up 2,288% as of today. So I put $457 in it 18 months ago, and that's up to $10,000. So 10,900. And that's really the one that's driving this. Also, the graph did well. Theta did well. I didn't have an AI category at that time, so I just put it in miscellaneous. But anyway, the AI stocks have done really well. And in subsequent portfolios, that is the one that I purchased in January of this year, I did have AI, and I purchased 3 AI crypto stocks at that time. So anyway, this is the categories. And of course, I've always been heavily concentrated in the mega cap, Bitcoin and Ethereum. And let's just take a look at that really well. Solana is the main driver. in the mega cap category, up 1,567% as of today. So as you can see, I put in $23,000, over 50% of the total $40,000 investment into these big mega caps. $12,000 worth of Bitcoin, 7,000 Ethereum, and almost $2,000 in BNB and Solana. And Solana has been the big winner in this category. Of course, Bitcoin hasn't done badly. It's up 310%. But Solana is the big winner in this category. So this is my first portfolio. And let me stop sharing my screen and turn it over to you, George, because I know that you have some stuff to share as well.
Yeah, absolutely. That's really fantastic, David. It's really nice to see those different narratives in such a structured and clean way of which are trending and what assets within those narratives are outperforming. That's fantastic. Of course, 18 months is a very long time in crypto. It's like a lifetime. So it feels like I can't even remember purchasing these things 18 months ago. I'm so focused on what's in front of me today, and it still shows that meme coins are still trending. I think I'll talk a little bit about what I think are some of the trends going into the sort of the coming year, especially towards the end of the year. I'm personally of the opinion that we will see political finance or political fi start ticking up. You've seen recently the charges that Trump had today that he received, and projects like MAGA are really doing well, and Trump's donation page is just overflowing with traffic. So that's going to be an interesting trend to watch, sort of going into the election year. End of the year of the election. So yeah, meme coins, but particularly within the political sense. I think a couple of interesting places to watch is the Base network. So I think that Brett is the number one Base token at the moment, and it's really gaining a lot of traction. It recently had a 70% sell-off, but it's recovered right back to its highs. And really everybody's waiting for when Coinbase has the transition from their 100 million users to the Base network, and it'll be a really easy way for them to pump that ecosystem. So I guess I'll share my screen, and what I really want to do is actually show you some data in terms of what narratives are trending the most, and it'll really help to understand, why are they? Because there are some serious utility trends and non-utility, of course, with meme coins. But let me just see if I can share my screen. I'm not sure if I have the. Actually, I do. Give me one moment. So this is actually just by CoinGecko, but it's a really interesting article. Can you see that, David?
Yes, I can.
Fantastic. So this is an article that I think a lot of people have referred to it, and it's the top crypto narratives that have gained this percentage to this in Q1 2024. So really relevant, Jan, February, and March, and you can see here which ones are outperforming. Now I might just zoom out a little bit so we can get a better view. But if you can see here on this graph, meme coins are outperforming most other narratives by a landslide. And as we saw from your document, we saw a similar thing. We saw derivatives and we saw meme coins. So it's at a 1,300% gain, or a 13x, which is tremendously large. And then the next one down, we have is real world assets and artificial intelligence. So, it's of my opinion that we could potentially continue to see this trend unfold, i.e. in a meme coin super cycle. And narratives are something that, in crypto, it's where the liquidity flows and all the capital runs. And so, for an example, real world assets is being really pushed by BlackRock at the minute. Projects like Ondo have been tokenizing their funds and providing, treasury, being able to earn yield in crypto that are backed by US treasuries. So there's a lot of developments happening, and especially in utility for these two. But of course, when a lack of utility, meme coins are it's a new paradigm. Somebody in the office yesterday was sort of saying that, meme coins are kind of like when, classical music was around, and then all of a sudden the punk era came out, and punk was this new category that everyone was like, oh, well, I don't really like this. Why is it disrupting our classical music? And then it just became art, right? So we're kind of seeing meme coins as an art form. So you can really see clearly what are the top three, and a lot of our client portfolios are positioned within these three categories for this particular reason. Yeah, so that's what I really wanted to share. Of course, I wanted to also talk about the MAGA saga, which is gaining a lot of interest from a lot of people, uh, depending on which side of the coin you stand on. But yeah, David, that was a little bit about what I wanted to share, and back to you.
Sure. So I can share another portfolio. It's the from the basically the third quarter of last year. So basically 6 months after I purchased the first one. And again, this spreadsheet is available for download. It's called the Bitfolio Crypto Portfolio Tracker, Q3 2023. Again, this is a buy and hold strategy. So you just buy at whatever the price was on that particular date that I took $40,000 and invested it. You can see here the purchase prices. Mega caps, I put close to 20,000, close to half. So before I put even more than half, but now I got it down to a little bit under half. And you can see the rest of the categories. I put a couple of thousand in between $1,000 and $2,000, pretty much in the other categories. And if we scroll down and look at the performance, the AI category is leading the bunch. And so basically, this was purchased a little less than a year ago, and we can take a look and see what's in the AI category. And it's basically these two cryptocurrencies, Singularity.net and Fetch.ai. Fetch has done better. It's 732%. So the purchase price was 26 cents at the time. So it's about a year ago, a little less than a year ago that I bought it at 26 cents, and now the value's basically put $1,000 in it, and it's up to 8,700. So that's the big winner is Fetch AI. Look at the next category. The next best winner is the meme coins, and we can take a look and see what's in this category. The big difference here is Pepe. Pepe, it's basically the same three that you saw before: Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, Floki. But I added Pepe. Pepe's up 1,000% since the purchase price. Basically, put a little less than $500 in it, and now it's worth $5,739. 1,000 up 1,000%. Floki has also done well. Shiba Inu 200%, Dogecoin 122. Again, not bad, but not as good as the other two. The next category is NFTs, and Engine is kind of an NFT play, and it's up 742%. If you notice, ApeCoin is down 58%, so not a good investment really. And then Ape NFT is only up 25%. So I dropped Ape NFT when at the beginning of this year. But anyway, that particular category has done fairly well. And then the mega caps have done pretty well. If we take a look at mega caps here, there's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and BNB. These are the top four cryptos, and Solana is up 712% since the purchase. Purchase price was $20, and it's currently $166, and so it's up 712%. And then let's see, the L2 BTCs. So Bitcoin L2s, I added Rootstock here, and Rootstock is only up 37%, but Stacks is up 220%. So these are the two winners in that category. And then storage coins are doing pretty well. And then you see here Filecoin, STORJ, Coin, and Airweave. Airweave is the big winner. It's up 543%. So I didn't have this category in my previous one, but I added it, and it's done quite well, the storage category. So that's basically what I wanted to present. I again, AI Derivatives did pretty well. Let's take a look at derivatives quickly. And again, it's same too. DYDX is down 41%, but Injective is up 245. So that's basically what I wanted to present. Back over to you, George. Go ahead and just wrap it up if you want to, or go ahead and present whatever else you wanted to present.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think, the real thing we need to think about is, what's going to come next. So we want to be forward thinking with narratives and try to sort of predict trends as they emerge. It's of my opinion that, real world assets are in their real sort of inception in terms of institutions finally joining the pact and now trying to come forward and actually tokenize real estate, tokenize treasury bonds, tokenize anything, tokenize equity in a startup. So the regulations for these will take some time to develop, especially if crypto becomes more, regulated and they actually determine how it's going to be treated from a regulatory point of view. So I think that narrative could potentially become even more important in the following cycle. And it's of my opinion that potentially we could see an AI summer with just a meme coin super trend where these just keep on flourishing, and it's just a cycle of capital flowing in and out. And of course, this is just opinion; it's not fitting in financial advice. But if you are thinking of, maybe it's your first time joining crypto, or you wanting to learn more and to get some guidance or some help in terms of how to execute safely and securely, or even subscribe to our newsletter. We release some awesome research. We'd love to speak with you. You can find my email. It's just george@uptrade.au. If you want to get in touch, we can really help you in your journey, because it's a very exciting time, of course, but there's a lot of risks in the market, and risk management is very crucial when you're dealing with such a volatile asset class, but also an asset class where there's so much that can go wrong. So yeah, really hope to meet some of you if we get the chance. And David, that was just it. That's what I wanted to sort of wrap up with.
Okay, great. Yeah, we shoot for about 30 minutes on these live feeds, so we have a few minutes left. I'll just say that I have started sort of dabbling into specific narratives a little bit more heavily. Meme coins is something that I've been invested in pretty heavily. Basically, when the market went down last month, and it looked like it was heading south, I got out of my meme coins. But then about a week ago, or maybe a week and a half or so, it started going back up. I mean, that's when the Ethereum ETF got in. There was rumors about the Ethereum ETF getting adopted, and the market rebounded pretty well. And that's when I got back in meme coins. The other thing is AI coins that I'm in pretty heavily now. And one of the things that you can note about AI coins is that 3 coins are merging. It's the top 3 AI coins: Singularity.net, Fetch AI, and Ocean are merging into one coin. So they're kind of, merging their efforts and so on. So that's kind of exciting. So that's going to be a more clean play when they do that. I don't know what the time frame is on that. I think it's like I think it's fairly short, like in the next few weeks or so, they're going to do that. They've already announced that they were going to do it. So that's kind of exciting. But anyway, it allows you to focus on big major trends, and hopefully you can capitalize on crypto narratives and really profit from them. That's basically all I wanted to say. So I guess maybe some other time, maybe a week or two, we could do this again, George. Come up with a different topic.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always a pleasure to speak with you and to give these really short wisdoms and insights. These are really golden nuggets here that really help people to guide them in the right direction, because this space is information overload. There's so many new coins that are launching every day. I mean, it's not like it was back in 2018 when you and I were around trading, or even earlier. This is back then you would just throw a dart on a board and you might be able to make 5x. But right now we're in a very crucial time where only a really select few altcoins have actually outperformed Bitcoin in the market, and a lot of asset managers have actually underperformed Bitcoin's performance, which is it's just interesting. I mean, that's something that never used to happen. Of course, it could still be early days. So I guess really the most important thing is getting guidance in your journey, using resources where you can to try to get ahead of the trend, because now the game is really getting difficult from a lot of dilution in altcoins.
Yeah, and I will say that I'm still a long-term investor. I still have a long-term horizon, 2 or 3 years. When I invest in something, I usually hold it for a long term. However, certain narratives like meme coins, I kind of go in and out. I'm more of a swing trader when it comes to meme coins, but most of the stuff that I invest in is buy and hold, kind of long-term kind of things. So anyway, I enjoyed it, and hopefully we can do it again soon. I'm going to end the stream now.